Scott, first of all, congratulations on the new job.
Well, thank you very much, Bob.
And what's it like being the head of a company that employs so many people?
Well, you know, it's, MAHLE is obviously pretty well known in the industry for, for a lot of things that we do. I mean, in North America, in the last few years, we've grown quite a bit, and we're now up to, 36 plants, 33 locations, we have 15,000 employees now. And I'm fortunate enough now to continue my role as the Vice President of Sales, but also take on the President of the MAHLE Holding Company that oversees all this activity that goes on within North America. So along with our General Management team, we're going to be taking a close look at all the things that are important to us in this market, making sure that we're consistent in our approaches across all of our 4 business units we have here, and our profit centers as well. And we'll be focused on things like resources, and we do a lot with the regulatory and the banking and the legal and all the things that are important to make sure that we are staying on top of all that we need to stay on top of today, because there's a lot.
Well, Scott, what would you identify as maybe some of the major things that MAHLE is into right now?
Well, if you followed at all a little bit some of our latest acquisitions, you can see a little bit where we're headed. I mean, we've recently acquired a year ago the Delphi Thermal Systems. MAHLE is now the second largest global thermal system supplier in the world. And clearly from our history, we've focused on engines in the past. Well, of course, we all know what's happening with engines between the downsizing and electric vehicles and hybrids and all this. We needed to look for something new, a new area that would still allow us to grow, as some of our core business might start to decline in the years ahead. So thermal management became that, and we've been very aggressive in growing that part of our business. It's now our largest business unit in the company globally, and also here in North America. And in addition, probably about 3 years ago, we started really looking more into the mechatronics side of things, electrification, of course. And so in the last 3 years, we've grown our mechatronics business now to about $500 million globally per year. And this is an area that we'll continue to focus on and work with all of our customers that are asking for a lot of this type of technology in terms of electrification, electric motors, actuators, things of this type.
How would you rate the relationships you have with the OEMs this day compared to maybe 10 years ago?
I would say that as these technologies continue to become more and more complex and more interactive, we have developed stronger relationships with all of our OEs, and we rely on each other now. I think more than ever. I mean, I've been around 30 years in this industry, and it's quite different 30 years ago. And today, it's very intermixed or interlinked, and I see this only continuing.
I think the average person who drives a car and buys a car and is part of that process doesn't realize how much of the technology is developed at the supplier level.
Yes.
And you're part of that.
We are. I think the statistic I saw is something maybe in the 60 to 70% of that technology comes from the supply base. So you can see the importance of that relationship with the OE.
So where are we headed? What, as far as you can tell, what kind of trends are going to be important in the auto industry in the next 5 years?
Well, I think that's a very good question. I think I heard a term here maybe in the last year that this is a time that is viewed as the transformation of transportation, and I thought that was very appropriate, because the trends we see today, who knows, but certainly electric vehicles are kind of in vogue at the moment, as we see with the information coming out of Tesla. And so we're very focused on this area. We want to make sure we've got technology and products that can support this segment of the market. We're watching the autonomous vehicle stuff real closely as well, because we need to make sure that we understand their needs. And as this whole transformation takes place, that's going to require us to do the same thing. So we need to be prepared for that.
Do you think it's a fairly positive outlook for people, younger people, wanting to get into this business?
I think it is, and that's really not an easy solution, I don't think, because I believe the young people today don't necessarily view the automotive industry as, the place to be, But you know, as we start hearing more and more about Apple coming in, or you know, some of these companies that they may relate with more than they do with our industry names, maybe this will help us draw them. And of course, we're out there recruiting and connecting with local universities as well to promote the value of coming into the automotive industry as well. Because clearly, you know, MAHLE, like many of our supplier friends, rely on technology for the future. So we need good engineers.
Once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good.